This is an intro. Who needs an intro? I don't need an intro. This is just a vape show. It's just a vape show. Vape show. This is an intro. Who needs an intro? I don't need an intro. This is just a vape show. It's just a vape show. Vape show.
YouTube, what is up? I'm your homeboy Josh, back at you, and today we're going to take a quick look at the Crown 2, sent on over free for the purpose of this review by the manufacturer, Uwell. Before we get into this review, I do want to take the time to remind you that we all have a part to play in the fight against Big Pharma, Big Tobacco, the FDA, and the deeming regulations that are looming over our heads. That means, if you're on social media, remember to paint the best possible image of the vape community that you can. If you're a shop or a shop owner, remember, you need to remind your customers to get in on this fight if they want to keep vaping, and support all your calls to action, including those to support HR 2058 and the Cole Bishop Amendment. We all have a part to play. And the coolest thing about it, of course, has to be the packaging. I mean, it comes in this sweet tin, comes packaged up with these really nice inserts as well. You get this super, like, squishy, you get this little blow-up squishy thing with your tank encased in it.
A bag of do not eat stuff.
And you get, you know, your extra coils and your whatnot. What it is basically the Rafale tank. It's exactly like the Rafale tank.
Airflow, you have wide open, and then you have 1, 2, 3, basically 3 options until it's closed off completely. So 4 airflow options in total, 2 airflow holes.
I struggle to find very much that's different between the two.
Top cap, removable drip tip.
Billy, Vaping Heathen, sent me over the Rafale tank. Just, you know, he had a bunch of them and sent me over one of them. And I tried it, and I hated it. I hated it so very much. It was just one of the worst tanks I've ever used, and I never even reviewed it just because I didn't have anything nice to say. I didn't even care about the fucking thing. I will say that the flavor, for me, is improved with the Crown 2. Is it on par with the original Crown? No. But it's okay. It's straight. I've heard that there are a lot of issues with the coil heads that came with the Crown 2.
Juice feeds on down to the coil through these 4 slits here. Just of a standard dual vertical coil, about 5 wraps, stainless steel I believe, some holes for wicking.
Maybe the batch I got was alright, I don't know. I didn't have any issues with the weird flavor on the coil heads. And I tried a couple of them.
Little U for UL. 0.25 ohm coil rated to go from 60 to 100 watts. It's the airflow system on the bottom of the coil, passes up through the coil.
They don't impress me, mind you. I don't get a huge amount of flavor, I don't get a huge amount of vapor, but I'm not getting anything weird off of them. A decent vape, but nothing to write home about, man. It's just an average sub-ohm tank to me. It really doesn't impress me very much. Are you serious? Are you kidding me right now? I gotta say, man, this fucking Gragas, this Gragas mod.
The Gragas comes in this beautiful box. It says Augvape at the bottom, Gragas, box mod. It's got a really nice texture to the box, gold leaf on the side, very classy, very elegant.
I really wanted to like it. I really did. Because, I mean, look at it. It's so pretty.
Pop it open. Ooh, pretty wood.
It really is so pretty.
The wood's kind of cheap. It's okay.
This nice sort of brass finish on the top and on the bottom.
Metal up top. My wife took one look at it and thought it looked cheap, like cheap brass. I think it has kind of a cool aged look to it. It's got an insulated micro USB. It's serialized on the side, number 35. Got some venting here.
It's got like this nice little click wheel and these 2 options between it. You click the thing 3 times and it switches to
your click wheel. Click wheel is pretty cool. It's like 2 click wheels in one actually. What happens is you click your button 3 times and it switches from the inner wheel to the outer wheel. On the outside you have some lower wattages, and on the inside you have some higher wattages. You switch between the 2.
It's like a wheel within a wheel is the thing. And it's got numbers on the inside of this wheel and numbers on the outside of this wheel, right? You got numbers on both sides for the wattage, and they're completely strange numbers. Like it's 10, 13, 17, 20, 25, 28, 32, 37, 40, 45. And then on the inside, it's 47, 50, 53, 57, 60, 63, 67, 70, 75, 80. It's an 80 watt device. Some really weird options there. I know. And it's got this really cool Gragas insignia with the Augvape logo, and
it says powered by Augvape down here. Is the Augvape crest over here.
It's just nice for what it is. For a cheap box mod out of China with a wood finish and a brass top and bottom, it's very pretty looking. But here I am, I'm in the middle of trying to film this review for the Crown 2, which really isn't anything to write home about, to be honest with you. And I realized that my batteries need changing, and the fucking battery is just fucking stuck in there, man.
You also get your own little Augvape coin. It says Augvape on one side, got the crest there, and it says Gragas on the other, developed by Augvape, and the year. You use that to open up the battery compartments. When you lose this, you can use your own coin. It's a parallel box, so they both go in the same way.
It's driving me nuts. It won't get out, and I've had so many issues with this device. So many issues since the get-go. See, maybe if I take this assembly apart, I can get the battery out. I shouldn't have to do this. That's ridiculous. There's no reason my battery should be stuck in there. This mod has just annoyed me from the very beginning. Because I wanted it to be awesome, I really, really did. I thought, you know, after seeing the Merlin and how awesome the Merlin from Augvape had turned out, that they'd really turn their stuff around, but oh my god, this mod is one of the worst devices I've ever used. It looks pretty, but you can't put lipstick on a pig. You just can't. Branded coin. They don't just give you a box without, you know, anything to open up the battery compartments, and you have to struggle to find your own coinage, I guess, which is a problem for some. I don't know. It's just a nice touch that they included it. I mean, even the USB connection is insulated. I don't think I've seen that before, where the USB connection is insulated like that. I think the thought behind the device just looked great. I was just nothing but impressed with it. But, you know, man, when I'm getting overheating warnings when I'm vaping at 60 watts, and I've only taken 2 pulls, it's annoying. That's really annoying. This device has been the fucking thorn in my side, man, let me tell you. So yeah, we're gonna make this a twofer. We're going to make this the Crown and the Gragas. 2 devices that you can probably avoid. So, this Gragas, right? It's 5 clicks to turn it on, and it's flashing blue and purple, right?
3 clicks to switch between the inner wheel and the outer wheel. When it's on blue, it's on the inner wheel. When it's on green, it's on the outer wheel.
So it's blue. So I'm on blue right now, okay? I'm on blue. And we're gonna go for, 70 watts. Okay, 7. We're not even turning it all the way up to 80. We're not even turning it all the way up to 80. We're gonna vape this Crown 2, which has absolutely very, very little flavor. It's just okay. It's basically the Rafale 2 is what it's like, okay? It's the Rafale tank. It's exactly like the Rafale tank, which I hated to begin with. Puts out some decent vapor, but the flavor, it just doesn't impress me. It doesn't impress me. And now I'm getting a weird flavor. Now that I'm talking about it, now I'm getting a weird flavor. That's 2 hits on the Gragas, we're okay. 3 hits, we're alright. There it goes. We're overheating. 3 hits and we're overheating from 70 watts. Are you kidding me? And when it's doing this, there's no stopping it from flashing. It's just flashing constantly. That's crazy. It just keeps going like that. It keeps going. And then it stops. And then effectively the device is off and you've got to turn it back on again. 3 hits at 70 watts and it overheats? Are you kidding me? It's like every time I take a pull, I have to look at it to make sure it's still working. There it goes. 2 hits that time. 2 hits that time, and it's overheating. Really? Really? And I had to ask them what this meant. This flashing red light. I had to message them and ask them what this was. And that's when I found out it's because it was overheating. Because I had to make a video of it and show them. And their response is, change the batteries out and don't vape more than, you know, a 8-second pull or something. Really? Hello? Hello? Was that an 8-second pull? No, that was like a 4-second pull. And that was 3 hits off the thing. and it's overheating. I'm not saying that they're all going to do this. I probably just got a bum unit. Just be aware, there's some quality controls issues with this device, and I've heard there are quality controls issues with the Crown too. So I'm not impressed with either of these devices. Even without the quality control issues on the Crown 2, it's not a very good vape. It really isn't. It really isn't a very good vape. It's just okay at best. That's it. That's the Gragas and the Crown 2. Two devices that were a complete waste of my time. Please don't waste your time with these devices. My opinion only. Till next time, I'm your homeboy Josh. Vape on, Vapers.